Whew. All right. I know everything looks a little bit different. Why I am back on the road again. Um, and I have never done a podcast episode from the road. You're probably wondering, like, yo, do you travel? And for people who are watching and not just listening, like on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever, yes, I travel. I'm in my hotel room right now. So let's just backtrack everything, okay? Um, So for the past maybe like 6 months, no year, I've been leaving every 2 to 3 weeks to go on the road to do some film work. And I honestly, when that happens, all operations get shut down, right? Well, not anymore. Um, Thankfully to Ant and everybody who I work with on the podcast has told me like, yo, you have to pod even by yourself for 20, 30 minutes in your hotel room, because then if I don't, the consistency then stops. You know what I'm saying? Um, and honestly, having somebody like in my corner where it's like, yo, like, bro, do your thing. I told him straight up, like, yo, I want to podcast more solo and on the road. And, you know, when you tell people that sometimes, and people I worked with in the past, whatever, you're not sure of how they're going to take it. Because either it's like, oh, you're trying to cut me out, or it's like, oh, you want to continue doing what you set out to do, and you're let me know this is what you're doing, and then like, okay, cool, do your thing, and I'll see you when we're gonna collab again on the next video, type thing. You know what I'm saying? So, really fortunate that he took in the way of like, he was like, yeah, bro, I want you to do that. Matter of fact, I'm doing my own thing over here, and so like we literally can text and talk about and collaborate, on our individual projects as well, and that's the dopest part. So huge shout out to him for just being so supportive of this right here. But yeah, I basically bought a tripod, bought a camera. Well, I had the camera, but I bought like a little tabletop tripod because, man, trying to fly through TSA, oh my god. And every photographer knows what it's like to have your bag, have your tripod, and even the thought of packing all this stuff plus your clothes. And 9 times out of 10, your clothes are the least of your worries about making it. Like, if you had to just pack camera gear and worry about clothes when you get to the city, that's perfectly fine. But I went out and bought this small little tripod because I didn't want to carry a big tripod through TSA. You know what I'm saying? Or even just worry about having a big tripod with me along this trip. So, bought a little tabletop microphone stand, and now we here. But yeah, y'all, I'm in Kansas City, Missouri right now. I have never been to Kansas City. I'm not gonna lie, but I've always said I wanted to retire in Tennessee, and this kind of reminds me of Tennessee just a little bit. Like, I love, like, as I was driving through the city today, I was like, bro, the city is so green, and coming from Vegas, I promise you, like, you really start to enjoy just nature. And I was low key kind of sad because right now I am like downtown Kansas City, which is mostly like, all their buildings, their bars, their clubs, hotels are all down here. And it's kind of like, to me, I'm like, no, I'd rather have got like a B&B or been somewhere out in the nice greenery I just passed. Because I drove probably about 25 minutes from the airport to downtown, and it was like grass, 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 grass the whole way. Then you come over and you see like buildings. I'm like, bro, I got buildings in Vegas, bro. I'm trying to be with this greenery. Um, yeah, I was playing country music today. Not gonna lie, I was just playing. I've been listening to like a lot of Morgan Wallen lately. I know as a black dude, it's not as common, but honestly, I love it. I love it, and it's crazy. Actually, my first topic is just kind of like being who you are. You know what I'm saying? Getting out of your comfort zone and really like not being afraid to show the world who you are. If that's being a nerd, if that's listening to country music, if that's, you know, having the things you're passionate about, bro, explore that. Don't let people kill your joy. You know what I'm saying? I saw, I'm going to refer to a couple quotes I saw in this episode, but one quote I saw was like, if you want people to kill your joy, or no, was it? If you want your dreams not to come true, then tell everybody about them. And that's, one thing I also live by is like, I don't really tell people my dreams or my passions because then here comes their inputs. And like, I'll tell you what I'm into or what I want to do. I'm not really looking for your input. I'm more looking for like oh, that's dope, or hey, I don't know about it, but good luck. You know what I'm saying? But then when you start getting all the, oh, well, my friend did this and then this and this, and it's just like, bro, you killing my vibe, bro. But today I literally listened to country music the whole way here. And as I was going through that greenery, I listened to more country music. And I love country music. I love country music mixed with rap. I think it's called like the crossroads or something like that now. That's like the subgenre of it where it's like you have like Big X Plug and like Bailey Zimmerman, and it just comes together. You know what I'm saying? Or Morgan Wallen and Moneybagg Yo. Like I don't know. It's so weird, but it's amazing music. Yeah. This past week I have been posting my Pokemon card collection, right? And this is a completely different segue. You're like, how do you go from country music to Pokemon cards? Well, I told you I was being a nerd. And I'm going to be a nerd on this episode today because it's my solo episode. So if you don't like it, oh well. But anyways, this past week, I'm posting my Pokemon cards. And somebody had the nerve to hit me up and be like, yo, bro, like, stick to doing videos like that. Like, I like you, I mess with you, bro, but like, that Pokemon stuff is weird. And to me, it's like, I don't really care. I have been a nerd my whole life. I'm not going to say people don't know, because obviously if you know me, you're like, oh yeah, he's definitely a nerd with a lot of different things. But, I'm cool. I can hang around the dopest people, but I'm not afraid to show who I am. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of threw me off. But man, I was low-key kind of pissed off because like I went to the Pokemon, not Pokemon store, but I went to a store that sold Pokemon cards. It was like a little game store in my crib. And they thought I was like some type of scalper. I went in there, I spent like $175. And bro was like, yeah, you got to open them up like here, right? Like your packs here. And I was like, okay. Like I didn't care because, dude, I was going to open them up anyway. So I went through them. I got like 6 good pulls, and I'm kind of getting into Pokemon. I'm not going to, like, I love collecting, but also on the investment side where it's like, this is a good investment. If I get a good pool and save these cards down the line, like, are they going to be worth something someday? I don't know. But as of right now, I got some good value ones, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, man, I was over here like, I'm just not getting into Pokemon cards. So if y'all know anybody that can like guide me through what to do, because I low-key, bro, oh my God. This just reminds me. Oh my God. So TikTok Live. I know I'm everywhere today, y'all. I'm sorry. But TikTok Live has a live auction, right? Right? A live auction. So me being me, one day I'm bored and I wanted to, spend some money. I go and I see like he's auctioning Pokemon slabs, right? So one was like a Pikachu and one was Charizard. So I was like, okay, boom. And I was like, I'm going to get those. So Pikachu I paid like $13 for. But the card value itself was very low. And at that time, in my mind, I thought like, okay, it's Pikachu, so it's worth it's going to be worth some money. Man, that thing worth like $2. I paid $13 for it. But that's not the worst one, right? Because the stupid TikTok Live auction thing got me thinking like, I gotta win all the bids. So Charizard came out, right? And I think I bought it for like $40, bro. $40. And I'm mad because this is low-key being delivered to my place as I'm out here as we speak. But I spent like $40-some and then all the TikTok fees, right? So then I'm buying my Pokemon cards, and this guy comes in, he's showing his Pokemon cards to the workers and all this stuff. Then, he's like, oh, you do it? I'm like, yeah, I just got started into it. I bought, I was low-key trying to flex, like, yeah, I bought Charizard, you know what I'm saying? He's like, what? No way. And I showed him, he was like, That's a promo card. So now me being me, I gotta go figure out what the heck a promo card is, bro. Cause I'm like, what do you mean it's a promo card? So I got scammed. I got scammed on TikTok live auction for a Charizard card. I'm thinking it's worth some money. Whole time it's a promo card, and apparently that's a card that just they use for promotional purposes and is very common to get or to have. It's not exclusive. It's not a was it not a chase card? Is it a chase card? Whatever. It's not an exclusive card. Everybody, so I'm thinking, wow, I spent $45 on a freaking promo card, and I spent another like 13 plus fees on a Pikachu. So now I'm like $70 deep almost in two Pokemon cards that have no value. And when I find out that dude's page again, it's on my TikTok, I'm coming after you, bro, because like, And I don't know, get me started, because I can go all day on this Pokemon stuff. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Other thing. People who don't know me, y'all know that I am very, very, how you say, bougie a little bit, right? I flew Southwest today. When I'm out of town for work, I like to fly. And I tell them, hey, don't book me anything that's not Delta, United, or American. You know what I'm saying? And we booked Southwest, and I hate Southwest because it's just like they offered nothing besides a USB Type-C port. They just got assigned seating, and they offered pretzels. Like, no, okay? So, anyways, I just felt like, I don't know, I flew 3 hours, and I literally had to cram myself with my iPad, and I was so pissed off because I'm like, I really wanted Delta United. You know what I'm saying? Because at least they have screens. At least they have a little bit more comfort. I don't know. Southwest has become the new Spirit, in my opinion. And I have to fly back with them. I'm not looking forward to it. But let's go ahead and get to a couple of these topics before we head on out of here today. The camera world is under attack, right? I saw a post. A little quote. Again, so I'm going to quote a lot of quotes today. I saw a quote that said, I don't feel like making any reels. I'm a photographer, so please book me. I'm not a content creator. With that being said, basically, a lot of photographers and videographers, they are dope at their craft, dope at their work, but the last thing they want to do is start creating reels as a content creator just to get traction and leads, you know what I'm saying, and potential bookings. Because nowadays so many photographers and videographers are posting BTS and behind the scenes and tips and tricks, and it's like, and that's what's funneling in traffic for them, but then it's leaving the ones who are just like, yo, I just want to film, I just want to shoot, and you know what I'm saying, I just want to do my thing and kind of not post as much to social media or not have to dedicate time to making 5 to 10 reels based off of one project to social media just to get more clientele. I get that because, I mean, not anymore, but, back in the day when, let's say you're doing a music video, I'm shooting a music video, I have a BTS guy, I have, a BTS photo guy or whatever, because I'm trying to get as much content as I can from this experience to then maybe go back and do the, the BTS breakdown and do like here's how I lit this, or here's why I did this and that, and then that content never gets made. I have hired lots of BTS guys to come and shoot for me, and none of it gets ever edited and posted because, number one, people have to realize you are working, on the actual project. You're shooting the actual project, you're editing the actual project, you're doing contracts for it, you're trying to get your money from it, you know what I'm saying? So that whole process alone takes so much time. To then go back and take all the footage from everybody else, because they're not going to edit for you. I mean, most of the time, BTS guys and photographers, they're not doing much editing. They're giving you raw files for you to go back to do. Bro, I'm not piecing all that together. I don't want to remember that project after I'm done with it. Unless it's something like a giant, or that's oxymoron, but like a giant short film I'm working on, or like, a feature film. I don't want the BTS no more. Even if I'm working with a celebrity, my work can do the talking. I don't. So I get it that like a lot of photographers and videographers who don't post social media content or who don't make reels are feeling like, yo, like, how am I supposed to keep up? How am I supposed to get more leads? Like, these clients are on social media. They're seeing these other photographers. They're seeing these other videographers. They're seeing them working. Not saying that, you know, you don't have to show that you're working, but that don't, just because you don't post a reel don't mean that your work isn't dope. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not dope at your job. Like, so I see both sides of it. I see the other side of it, like, yo, you have to market yourself these days. You gotta post those reels. You gotta do X, Y, and Z. And if you're not, you're just lazy at your own craft. I get that part too. But overall, I feel like a lot of the market is just what they see. Like, a lot of clients are just booking for what they see other photographers do, and sometimes the work isn't as good as they expect it to be because they just saw a reel and were given a false impression, opposed to the guy who, and honestly, a lot of the best cinematographers I've seen, they literally have like stills up of like a dope sequence, and it's like they maybe have 10 posts, no reels, no social media, like, and they're directing big stuff. But yeah, man, the camera world is under attack. We got to figure it out. I'm gonna keep saying that I think that this industry is a dying industry, and the avenues to make a comfortable living are dying out. Only a certain percentage of us are making money strictly from social media or, you know, genuine freelance connections on a day-to-day end without going the corporate route or without, you know, just having a 9 to 5 that is different than filming, you know, filming on the side. Like, this economy is hard to eat, and it's already hard, and it's hard to get booked right now. So, prayers up for all my camera community. But on to the girl topic, y'all. On to them girls, man. Man. Here we go. So I feel like, honestly, these past few weeks, months, whatever, a lot of women have been in the comment sections, and, you know, they take one thing and they overly generalize it or they say, oh, it's not directed towards me, so it don't apply to the world. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. What I'm saying is my situation of what I have dealt with. I'm not speaking for all women. I'm not speaking for all men. I'm speaking for me. Okay? The topic today is insecurities. Right? I'm going to be the first to tell you, I am not an insecure person. I probably in my earlier days, I used to do all that fighting, crying for you and all. I don't do that now. Okay? Look, if you want to go out with your friends, go with your friends, have fun. Right? And I've came to realize that a lot of girls that I've talked to are very, very insecure because of the lifestyle I have with being a videographer, photographer, whatever. Like, they don't understand, like, yes, I have to be out late. Yes, I work with females. Yes, I am up late editing. Yes, I'm up late right now doing a podcast, you know, and so much more. And I feel like a lot of the times, and I have rules and stuff in place with, like, you know, anybody I'm talking to, but like a lot of times, like, it's just so much over explaining I have to do. Who's this? Where are you going? And like, I have to answer all these questions. And before y'all say, like, oh, you should be reassuring, I am, right? I'm even to the point where it's like, you can come with me 99% of places I go to. If I'm going to a shoot, hey, you want to come to the shoot with me real quick? Hey, I'm about to go hang out. You want to come? Hey, I'm about to go do this. You want to come? So when you say, no, I don't want to come, but then you have 1,000 follow-up questions or 1,000 Well, who you going with? What's this? What's that? I don't want to answer that because I gave you the option to come. I gave you the option to be here. I gave you the option to see everything that's going on, right? So when you don't take advantage of that, then it's kind of like I'm not going to keep overly explaining myself. You know what I mean? I don't like that. And then the women are going to be like, oh, I'm pretty sure you give her a hard time when she's going out. Or when no, I don't. I promise you. Like I said many times before, I'm the easiest person you could probably cheat on because of the fact that I am not insecure in myself. I I don't know. I don't care. Like when you say, oh, I'm going out with my friend, oh, I'm going out with the dude I used to know back in school, I'm going out with the dude from back home, or whatever, guy from work, I don't care. I promise you I won't care. All I ask is, hey, what time do you think you'll be back? You know what I'm saying? Or, because really I want to know, are you eating there, or should I pick, like, do I need to get my own food, or are you going to come back and we're going to eat together? Like, that's all I really care about. Then, of course, like, let me know what time you be back so I just know what time I should start worrying. That's really it. Like, if you going to be, out till 2 and you don't come home till, or you're not home by, like, 3 or 4, and I might call you like, hey, yo, you good? You good? Okay, cool. Have fun. Keep having fun. Like, I don't care. So, I don't know. I just feel like insecurity is one thing that, like, makes me want to, like, kind of back away from some girls because I don't know. I just don't have that bone in my body, man. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. If you're my partner, I'm in your face every day. Then let that be that. You know what I'm saying? And then let my actions be your reassurance. That's it. Man, sorry, man. It's 2:00 in the morning where I'm at right now. But before we head out of here, I saw Spider-Man. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all. It was a great movie. um, yeah, I really had nothing bad to say about it. I hope there's another part. Pretty sure they're making another part. I've kind of fell out with the MCU. You know what I mean? I haven't really like followed the MCU after Endgame because it just got too complicated. Too much going on. I gotta follow 10,000 Disney Plus shows, plus go to the movie theater, and I don't have the time. But I love Spider-Man. And I love how that Spider-Man, with you being a genuine Spider-Man fan, you can know what's going on in the movie without having to watch whatever that past phase of the MCU was. Just by knowing the comics and knowing Spider-Man and a little bit of X-Men, you'll be all right. Man, let's see. We're at the 23-minute mark. My eyes are probably bloodshot red. I'm just tired, y'all. I've had a long day of traveling, but I really do appreciate y'all, man. This page has gotten over 400 Instagram followers, 397 at the current time of filming, subs on YouTube, and 230 something, 40 something followers on TikTok. And the TikTok comments be booming all day. My phone don't stop going off because each post be getting like 300 some comments. These angry women and men and everybody. I don't know. But yeah, man. Expect a new third episode with Ant. Expect some more virtual stuff. I'll have some guests on, like I said, earlier. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what y'all want from me, man. I'm simple. I love this podcast and stuff. I'm actually happy doing it in my hotel room at this time. Man, I feel good. Feel great. Without further ado, I'm out of here. Peace.